Samuel Leroy Jackson is an American actor. Samuel Leroy Jackson was born in Washington, D.C., on December 21, 1948, the only child of Elizabeth Harriet, née Montgomery, and Roy Henry Jackson. He grew up in Chattanooga, Tennessee. His father lived away from the family in Kansas City, Missouri, and later died of alcoholism. Jackson met him only twice during his life. He was raised by his mother, a factory worker and later a supplies buyer for a mental institution. He was also raised by his maternal grandparents, Edgar and Pearl Montgomery, as well as extended family. According to DNA tests, Jackson partially descends from the Benga people of Gabon, and he became a naturalized citizen of Gabon in 2019. He attended several segregated schools and graduated from Riverside High School in Chattanooga. He played the French horn, piccolo, trumpet, and flute in the school orchestra. He developed a stutter during childhood and learned to pretend to be other people who didn't stutter. He still uses the word motherfucker to get through a speech block. He still has days where he stutters. Initially intent on pursuing a degree in marine biology, he attended Morehouse College in Atlanta, Georgia. After joining a local acting group to earn extra points in a class, he found an interest in acting and switched his major. Before graduating in 1972, he co-founded the Just Us Theater after Martin Luther King Jr.'s assassination in 1968. Jackson attended King's funeral in Atlanta as one of the ushers. He then traveled to Memphis, Tennessee, to join an equal rights protest march. In a 2005 parade interview, he said, "I was angry about the assassination, but I wasn't shocked by it. I knew that change was going to take something different, not sit-ins, not peaceful coexistence." In 1969, Jackson and several other students held members of the Morehouse College Board of Trustees, including Martin Luther King Sr., hostage on the campus, demanding reform in the school's curriculum and governance. The college eventually agreed to change its policy, but Jackson was charged with and eventually convicted of unlawful confinement, a second-degree felony. He was suspended for 2 years for his criminal record and his actions. He would later return to the college to earn a BA in drama in 1972. While he was suspended, he took a job as a social worker in Los Angeles. He decided to return to Atlanta, where he met with Stokely Carmichael, H. Rap Brown, and others active in the Black Power movement. He began to feel empowered with his involvement in the movement, especially when the group began buying guns. However, before he could become involved with any significant armed confrontations, his mother sent him to Los Angeles after the FBI warned her that he would die within a year if he remained with the group. In a 2018 interview with Vogue, he denied having been a member of the Black Panther Party. Jackson made his professional theater debut in Mother Courage and Her Children in 1980 at the Public Theater. From 1981 to 1983, he originated the role of Private Louis Henderson in a soldier's play off-Broadway. He also originated the role of Boy Willie in August Wilson's The Piano Lesson in 1987 at the Yale Repertory Theater. He portrayed Martin Luther King Jr. in the Broadway play The Mountaintop, 2011. He returned to Broadway in the 2022 revival of The Piano Lesson playing Doka Charles, for which he received a Tony Award for Best Featured Actor in a Play nomination. Jackson's early film roles include Coming to America, 1988, Juice, 1992, True Romance, 1993, Menace to Society, 1993, and Fresh, 1994. His collaborations with Spike Lee led to greater prominence with films such as School Days, 1988, Do the Right Thing, 1989, Mo, Better Blues, 1990, Jungle Fever, 1991, Old Boy, 2013, and Chi-Raq, 2015. Jackson's breakout performance was as Jules Winfield in Quentin Tarantino's crime drama Pulp Fiction, 1994, for which he won the BAFTA Award for Best Supporting Actor and received a nomination for the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor. He further collaborated with Tarantino, acting in Jackie Brown, 1997, Kill Bill, Volume 2, 2004, Django Unchained, 2012, and The Hateful Eight, 2015. He also gained widespread recognition as the Jedi Mace Windu in the Star Wars prequel trilogy, 1999 to 2005, and Nick Fury in 11 Marvel Cinematic Universe films, beginning with Iron Man, 2008, as well as in the Disney Plus series Secret Invasion and What If, and guest starring in the ABC series Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Jackson has provided his voice for Lucius Best, Frozone in the Pixar films The Incredibles, 2004, and Incredibles 2, 2018. He has also acted in a number of big-budget films, including Die Hard with a Vengeance, 1995, A Time to Kill, 1996, Unbreakable, 2000, Shaft, 2000, and its reboot, 2019, XXX, 2002, Coach Carter, 2005, Snakes on a Plane, 2006, Kingsman, The Secret Service, 2014, Kong, Skull Island, 2017, and Glass, 2019. The films in which he has appeared have collectively grossed over $27 billion worldwide, making him the highest-grossing actor of all time. In 2022, he received the Academy Honorary Award as a cultural icon whose dynamic work has resonated across genres and generations and audiences worldwide. In 1980, Jackson married actress and producer LaTanya Richardson, whom he met while attending Morehouse College. The couple have a daughter named Zoe, born 1982. In 2009, they started their own charity to help support education. Jackson has said that he watches his own films in cinemas. Even during my theater years, I wished I could watch the plays I was in while I was in them. I dig watching myself work. He also enjoys collecting the action figures of the characters he portrays in his films, including Jules Winfield, Shaft, Mace Windu, and Frozone. Jackson is bald but enjoys wearing wigs in his films. He said about his decision to shave his head, "I keep ending up on those 'bald is beautiful' lists. It's cool, you know. When I started losing my hair, it was during the era when everybody had lots of hair. All of a sudden, I felt this big hole in the middle of my afro. I couldn't face having a comb over, so I had to quickly figure what the haircut for me was." His first bald role was in The Great White Hype. He usually gets to pick his own hairstyles for each character he portrays. He poked fun at his baldness the first time he appeared bald on The Tonight Show, explaining that he had to shave his head for one role, but then kept receiving more and more bald roles and had to keep shaving his head so that wigs could be made for him. He joked that the only way he's gonna have time to grow his hair back is if he's not working. He is noted for often wearing a Kangol hat in public. Jackson has a clause in his contracts that allows him to play golf during film shoots. He has played in the Gary Player Invitational charity golf tournament to assist Gary Player in raising funds for children in South Africa. He is a keen basketball fan, supporting the Toronto Raptors and the Harlem Globetrotters. He has supported English football team Liverpool FC since appearing in The 51st State, which was shot in Liverpool, and also supports Irish football team Bohemian FC. Jackson campaigned during the 2008 Democratic primary for Barack Obama in Texarkana, Texas. He said, "Barack Obama represents everything I was told I could be growing up. I am a child of segregation. When I grew up and people told me I could be president, I knew it was a lie. But now we have a representative. The American dream is a reality. Anyone can grow up to be a president." He also said, "I voted for Barack because he was black. That's why other folks vote for other people, because they look like them." In December 2012, he compared his Django Unchained character, a villainous house slave who sides with his white oppressors, to black conservative Justice Clarence Thomas and said that the character had the same moral compass as Clarence Thomas does. Following the Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade in June 2022, he again criticized Thomas, referring to him as Uncle Clarence, and asking how Thomas, who is married to white attorney Ginny Thomas, feels about overturning Loving v. Virginia, a Supreme Court ruling which allowed interracial marriages. In June 2013, Jackson launched a joint campaign with Prizio in an effort to raise money to fight Alzheimer's disease. As part of the campaign, He recited various fan-written monologues and a popular scene from the AMC series Breaking Bad. In August 2013, he started following a vegan diet for health reasons, explaining that he is just trying to live forever. He attributed his 40 pounds, 18 kilograms weight loss to the diet. He had largely abandoned the diet by March 2017, but still praised and recommended it. He launched a campaign called One for the Boys, which teaches men about testicular cancer and urges them to get themselves checked out. He was granted Gabonese citizenship in 2019 after the results of a DNA test claimed to link him to the country's Benga ethnic group. In 2020, during the COVID-19 pandemic, Jackson encouraged people to wear face masks as part of California's Your Actions Save Lives campaign.